Alright, we're back. Okay, continue taking stuff off the bike. Now I can either pull this one or leave it. If I leave it, I can at least put it on the other side of the clutch cable. I think I'll leave it so I don't have to screw with it. We'll see if that's a mistake or not. Okay, first thing you need to do is get the head out of here. Get some room. Oh, I still got the exhaust pipe on the bike. No wonder it was so heavy. One exhaust system off the bike. So this is the exhaust pipe I use. See, I had metal sprayed aluminum in there. Keep it well sprayed. So this is an 1 7/8" diameter pipe. I also have a 2 1/16" pipe. It makes absolutely no difference on a fuel bike what pipes you use. On a gas bike, on a big motor, which is you go up to 90-something inch motor, you go from 1 3/4 pipe to a 1 7/8" pipe. You gain absolutely no horsepower, but you move the power band up 1,000 RPM. There you go. So everybody thinks I need 2-inch or bigger pipes. I don't think so. At least I haven't seen them the size motors I run. Alright, now this will come off. Alright, one head. And one cylinder. So, there's the kind of wear pattern I get in there. This one, I lost a piston in the cylinder, and I ran another run with it. So you can see all the scrapes and gall marks in there. It looks really bad. When you go like this, you can't feel them. That's the Tribodyne oil protecting the motor. You cannot feel those marks at all. It's nice and smooth on your finger. It looks horrible, but it's not. It's kind of weird. See, you can see even on this side. You don't feel anything. When I hone it, I'll see if how much disappears. When I stroke the motor 1 inch, I had to put a 1/2-inch plate under the cylinder to compensate for the stroke increase. That's how you make it go faster. At least you attempt to. So there's the head off of it. Used to have 2 spark plugs in it. I welded it back up. It made absolutely no difference having 2 plugs. They do not make an ignition that fires 2 plugs good. So if anybody thinks they got an ignition that works with 2 plugs, they're dreaming. I had racing ignition that did fire 2 plugs at full power. It still made no difference. You can see I got some cracks in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably another one over there, 5. There's a big crack up through here. That's been there for a while. It looks like I'm losing a little bit of compression right here. That's my first seal. But the second seal is sealing. So that's in the cylinder over here. So that's right here. If you notice, the cylinder's cracked right there, but not the sleeve. The cylinder's cracked. So I'm getting a low spot right here. So it's starting to leak some combustion pressure. Looks like it's starting to leak a little through here also. Once again, it's getting past the first seal, but it's not getting past the second seal. Now every one of these lips in here, hear them? Every one of those is a little O-ring. Those are concentric, they don't spiral. So every one of these seals compression gases. See the cylinder over here? It's got the same lips. They're machined, they stack on top of each other. So every one of those is a mechanical O-ring. So I got like 4 or 5 on top of here, and then we got 3 or 4 more good ones on here. The rest of these don't mean anything. So from here out, I cut it smaller anyway. So I'm leaking past 8 different O-ring seals, and I have no head gasket on the motor because every one of these seals here is a sealing ring. So mechanically done, not with stupid gaskets. So even though that's got blown halfway past my stuff, it still seals just fine. But at some point I need to go in there and remachine the head again. And maybe the top of the sleeve needs to be machined too, I don't know. They go together because they have to match. One thou would make a big difference. So for now I keep running it because it's not leaking yet enough to worry about. If it starts leaking enough, I'll worry about it. Okay, the crank does not want to move. That's why I got to pull the motor. Something wrong with it. Don't know what. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to move. How much torque was that on the plate? Probably got 30 foot-pounds just holding a damn plate cover on the motor. Don't want my plate to come off. Put all your parts if you can find them. I'm gonna put them in the back of the bike. Okay, I got another O-ring. Another line I gotta pull. Pull this one too while we're at it. Still got oil in it. One out of the way. And that one don't want to come off because the nitrous system's in the way. But I forced it. It's out of there. That's another line out of the way. Make sure you cover up your oil tank, you don't want no junk getting in there. Now, the only time I clean my bike is when I rebuild the motor, so it's getting cleaned right now. So every part I touch cleans. That one's sealed. 16ths. Let's see, a little fitting over there I got to pull off. Where's my other one at? Oh, I don't have to pull that, do I? No, I don't have to pull that off. I modified everything. I don't have to do that. Okay, over here to get rid of. More lines in the way. What a shocker. Another one out of the way. you got the track doing this, you go a lot faster. Don't have time to screw around on the track. Pull that one off of the ratchet. All these nitrous lines, I didn't make it to come off easily. It's a very tight fit in here. The electrical's not letting me get the socket in here. No. I can't get underneath it because the other nitrous line's in the way. Fitting's in the way. Everything's in the way. Oh, that's how I designed it. You have to use an offset wrench like this or you can't get the bolt anyway. You gotta have the cap plug off the motor to do that. Very tight clearances in here. Okay, that one's up. Okay, I lost my rag somewhere in here. Yep, over there. Okay, and this bolt here is underneath the cylinder. You cannot get a wrench to it. You have to use an open end. You have to lift up as you go with this. Electrical, which is right here. No. There you go. Disconnected. Everything should come up now once I get the bolt out. There you go, one nitrous system. Pulled out by the roots. It all comes out of the unit. Got the electrical disconnect right here. One wire, boom, it's out. And everything else is just fittings and lines and lots of tubing everywhere. All comes off as a big unit. So now you can see my motor. So everything's made to come apart as easy as possible. So, can get that bolt out. So your plate comes out. You can see the shrapnel damage in there from previous excursions. You can see all the shrapnel marks in the case from crap running around in there. So, yeah, it's supposed to be free turning. Yeah. It's not. Oh well. It is what it is. See, I've got a quick disconnect, even my wire from my idiot switch here. Here's my ignition one right under here. Everything's quick disconnect. Makes it easy to get in and out. Now you can see the nitrous cylinder buried down underneath all that crap. So, gotta take this fuel pump and all these lines out, get that junk out of there. Just an endless amount of crap. Because we don't step on them would help. Over on this side we got the main feed line for the oil pump. I got to pull the chain guard bolt out, the cover off of here, take the chain off, and then you get access to your bolts up under there. You don't have to pull the starter out to get the bike out, but you do have to pull the cable loose, which is right under there. No biggie. And the oil filter, you don't have to pull it, just makes it easier, so I'll pull it out. There's old lines plumbed in under here. So this is a Veal pump or a 98 and lighter standard Sportster pump. So it's got the external feed coming out to feed the oil filter, which is here, and it goes back in the motor. And I put a hole up under my cam cover and I feed directly up into the case. So that's its back one up under here, feeds right up into the motor. So I modified the oiling system on this bike slightly. So that gives me upgraded stuff. So anyway, I gotta get to pull some stuff out here. Got a lot of oil lines and stuff. All right, we'll be back.